Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone from www.tarotforhealing.com. I hope you guys are doing really well. Now, this is your 2015 guidance reading. Now, this is not like a month-to-month big yearly reading. It's just me pulling like a few cards and basically showing you what the theme is for 2015 for you, and anything that is like big, significant that is gonna come through. Now this reading is it's not a tarot reading, it's just oracle cards, and one sort of mixture of like a and the psychic tarot, which is sort of, it's not quite a tarot, it's not quite an oracle, it's sort of somewhere in between. But what this reading offers is that it's sort of a more sensitive, like a gentler reading than maybe just using the tarot cards. So this might be good for somebody that is feeling a bit, raw because of a situation they've gone through, and they need something that is just a little bit more, uplifting, a bit more like gives them a bit of a boost. The messages are not just going to be all positive, love and light, sugar and candy. Some real insights do come through, but I think it just has a different tone to it, than just using, the tarot cards in a reading. So yes, in this case I'm using 5 different oracle cards and one, like I said, tarot slash oracle, which is a psychic tarot deck. So the first card is from the Angel Therapy Doreen Virtue deck, which is Heal Away Addictions. And it says, it's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. I feel that for you, Cancer, this card is really important. Like, it's probably more important than even the others that follow. And I'll explain why, once I've shown you those cards. Now, this card is saying that if there are any addictions that you're going through, I feel like for some of you guys, it can be an alcohol addiction, can be drug use, it can be habits when it comes to maybe dietary habits, could be even addictions to certain foods, certain things. There is something that is in your life right now that you may be using maybe as a coping mechanism, and it's saying that you have to release that. Even if it's not showing up as those things, like I said, drugs, alcohol, whatever, it could be, it's a behavior pattern. It can also show up as, it can show up as something where you are, it's something that you've learned over time to do, and it's really not helping you get anywhere. It's really not conducive to your future or anything. And it may have served a purpose for a time in your life, maybe because this has just been a way that you have been able to deal with things. But it's saying that you have to release this at this time because it's not healthy. And I would definitely say, if you feel inclined to work with the angels, like it recommends, Archangel Raphael is a really great angel to work with in terms of healing. He's an angel that I've definitely been really closely associated with. It's so funny because like everyone that I know that is like any kind of angel person or anything always tells me like that's the archangel that is always around me. And he definitely is an archangel that really supports you, particularly in areas to do with healing, any kind of emotional healing, physical healing, spiritual healing. He's an angel that will be there for you, that will help you cleanse away all these things. And I feel like that's what is really necessary for you. It's about a cleansing that you need, a detoxing that you need. And it's a detoxing from something that is harsh. It's either something harsh that you're putting in your system, or an environment that is harsh, or even your words or language that you're telling yourself that is very harsh. But there's an energy around it that really isn't healthy for you. And it's saying that it's something that you are either doing to yourself, or you're connected with in some kind of way. And you have to really look at that and see what it is that you can do to help this situation. I feel like for you, Cancer, is really interesting that this card showed up, because I think that because you are a sensitive sign in terms of, you are very intuitive, you're very emotional, you can even be very psychic as well. And sometimes I think when we have those kind of abilities, we use things to almost dull the what do I want to say? It's almost like a way of stopping the connection, stopping sort of either the psychic connection, or stopping, because you're sensitive. It's a way of blocking out so that maybe you don't get hurt. It's a way of protecting yourself. That sometimes you can find substances that almost dull these abilities, maybe because you can't take them, maybe because you don't really want to experience them, you don't want to feel them, because you're a sign that feels a lot. You're all about feelings because you're ruled by the moon. And because of that, it can mean that if you don't know how to deal with those kind of abilities, you can turn to addictions in order to block them off. But it's saying that you really have to learn how to deal with them, learn how to deal with them in a way that is healthy for you, without having to use any kind of substance or anything around you, that in the long run isn't really going to be beneficial for you. So yeah, but that card is really important for what shows up later. So this one is a life purpose card by Doreen Virtue as well, and it's music. And it says you connect to music. Your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. And to me, this card so represents you, Cancers. It so does. Because I feel like for some of you guys, the message is just loud and clear. Like, maybe you already play music. Maybe you're very gifted in that way. Maybe you've done it for a long time. Maybe you've played instruments or sang or did some kind of something to do with music, and that is your passion. And it's almost like that is really where your happiness lies. That's really where your joy lies, when you're able to show your talents, show your gifts that you were born with. And I think that this gift almost can be what is going to heal you from those addictions. It might even be a case that maybe some of these things that you might even be maybe even addicted to or doing to yourself could be things that maybe it's because you're disappointed with how some things in your life have been. Maybe you've tried to make something happen and it's not really happening for you, and so you've resorted to using this thing to kind of allow you to cope better with the disappointments that you have experienced. But it's saying stay true to this talent, work on it, still do it, even if you don't get paid to do it, even if you don't, even if you have to just make music and you're the only person in the room, you don't even have an audience watching you, still do it. Because it's saying that there's something in this that is healing for you. It's a release for you. And I'm not saying that for all Cancers it's going to be music. For some of you guys, it might just be that you enjoy listening to music, and that could also be therapeutic to you as well. But what I love about music is that there is a harmony to it, and there is some kind of emotional release that takes place, especially when you hear certain songs. Like, I definitely have to say, like, music, it really connects with different moods. Like, you can listen to something and it makes you feel really upbeat and everything. You listen to something else, it might make you feel sad. There's something about music that definitely is healing. It's because it's a form of expression. It's like an outlet. And I think that it's saying that that's what you need, Cancer. You need some kind of outlet that is true to you, something that you like doing, something that you enjoy, that can really benefit you in releasing a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions that may have even been trapped inside of you. Express it, let it go, and let it just be free, let it run out of you. Don't suppress anything. And what I would also say is, I think even the bigger message is, even if it's not music per se, it's about you using your gifts. It's about you using your talents. Because I think that, to me, that's like one of the most important things. Is I think your life purpose is definitely connected with whatever gift or talent that you have in this life. And follow that. Follow your bliss. Follow the thing that makes you you. And so even if your talent isn't music, whatever your talent is what is really going to help you and carry you through. And in 2015, it's like you have to reconnect with whatever that is, that whatever that gift is, that talent is. You have to spend more time doing it. Spend more time in it. Like I said, regardless of whether you make money out of it or not, just whether it's that, you know, you love something like sewing, you love something that is I don't know, you love cooking, you love whatever it is. You're very, especially with cancers, it's interesting this sign showed up because you're very creative. You're a very creative sign. You're a very artistic sign, and you really have a creative way of expressing yourself. So I think for a lot of you guys, this is going to be some kind of art form that you need to connect with and embrace. And I think that is, again, it's going to be very therapeutic for you. So yes, and I like this card that followed. It showed up before for one of the other signs, and it's the flamingo, and it's act with grace. What I love about this card is, to me, when I see it, it just instantly makes me feel like joy, happiness, everything. The colors are so bright, they're so bold. It's about you just being who you are, letting your colors shine, letting that creativity shine out of you. You being the being graceful, not being detached, not being sad, not being feeling defeated, but it's about you really shining. And I think in 2015, that's what you'll be able to develop again. You'll be able to shine. And a lot of this shine and a lot of this grace is going to come through, again, you doing something that you are gifted, something that is your talent, and expressing that to the world. I think this is what this card is about. It's about your expression, you being you. It's about, you know, what are your own true colors. But to me, these are colors of real happiness that you can express, that you can feel within yourself, and you can radiate out. But again, it's like you have to follow that bliss, follow your joy. And the card that showed up under the Healing Away Addictions card is the 8 card, which this would be wands. It would have been the 8 of wands in the traditional tarot deck. But in this deck, the Psychic Tarot by John Holland, it is accelerated motion. And what this card is saying, and that's why I said the Healing Away card is a big deal to all these other cards, because even when I do the rest, that was the only card that showed any kind of challenge. Everything else that followed are pretty pleasant cards. And so it's saying that as soon as you heal away that addiction, so many positive things are going to open up for you in different areas. It's crazy. Like, but it's like you have to heal that one thing. You have to heal that aspect of yourself, whatever addiction it is that you have, whatever negative viewpoint, whatever needs to be healed within you. As soon as you heal it, it's like everything else will fall into place. Because this card is saying that things are going to be manifesting fast. Like, as soon as you do that, something is going to be coming through thick and fast for you this year. And it is about you manifesting what it is that you truly desire, because this is an 8 card. And you know, this year 2015 adds up to the number 8 as well. So it is about your manifestation, what you're creating, what you're developing. Where is it that you want to go? As you can see, she's looking to the sky, and she can see the comet passing in the sky, and it's almost like it's about making that wish. What is it that you wish for? What is it that you hope for? Because, you know, like they say, the sky is the limit. You can have all the wishes, all the desires in the world, but what are you going to do to move towards those things? Because I feel like there is potential for developments to take place. for wishes that you have granted, wishes that you wanted being granted to you. But again, it's like you have to get that one thing in order for things to really take off this year. So under the music card came let your friends help you, and it says ask for and accept support from others. So I feel like things that you are wanting to manifest, you're going to have to ask for help. There's going to be friends, people around you that will be willing to support you, but you will need to ask them for their assistance. So if this is a case of you wanting to do something involving your gift or talent in 2015, you may have to ask on some friends or family members, people that you know, maybe to support you in some kind of way, in whatever you need. Whether it is, I don't know, you might even invite them to come along to some performance that you do, or you might need them to, I don't know, maybe help fund something for you in terms of your gift or your talent. Maybe you might want to, I don't know, do some kind of course or class. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. Maybe some kind of class you want to do, maybe connected with a creative talent that you have. So it's definitely saying if there's any support you need, don't be afraid to ask your friends, ask people to see, what they can offer you, how they can help you, because I'm sure that there will be people around you that will really see that whatever this is, they will see the joy that it gives you, and they will want to support you in that. And then your last card is Awakening. And it says, I am joyously aware and awake. I'm ready for anything. And this showed up underneath the Act with Grace card, which to me, which to me is saying that you're going to be opening up to something, and what this is it's saying that as soon as you get everything else in order, as soon as you get certain things in order again, things are really going to be opening up for you. You're going to be looking at your life in a very different way, in a very different perspective. 2015 for you is going to be a year of awakening. It's going to be a year where it's like out with the old and in with the new, out with the old things that didn't help me, didn't benefit me, and in with the new positive things that are going to see me move forward in a happy and graceful way in my life. So it's definitely going to be a transformative year for you. I feel like for a lot of you, it's about connecting back with those gifts and the talents that you have always possessed, and using them in a way that is really going to be, it's almost like it's going to be like almost like a form of holistic therapy for you. It's going to just revamp your life. So yes, I like your reading. It's good. So I'll see you, Cancer. Bye.